It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. Tonight we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Sacramento Kings out at Golden One Center. For the Kings, they come in off the loss to the Timberwolves. The season hasn't gone as smoothly for them as I'm sure they hoped it would. The good news is we still have a good chunk of it left to play. But if they're going to make a run, they better do it soon. Hold on to your seats, folks. Should be a wild ride. Whoa! Two athletic clubs facing off. Kenny, how do you expect this one to go down?
Ooh, lots of highlight reels, lots of highlight reels, lots of highlight reels, and great showmanship.
Should be exciting for the players and the fans. The team that takes care of the basketball will have the edge.
Woo! Okay, time for tip-off. We send it over to...
What are you riding, a horse, Ernie?
Woo! Kevin Harlan.
It's not a roller coaster, is it?
Looking down upon the Tower Bridge spanning the Sacramento River here in the capital of California. And you've got it on 2K Sports for Wednesday night action in the NBA. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Welcome everyone to Sacramento, California, to a sold-out crowd at the home of the Kings. And of course, Paul George. He's a big ticket to follow. They'll go without him, though.
And as shocked as people are that they would trade away a player of his caliber, they didn't just let him go for nothing. I mean, they got a lot in return. I think it's a deal that's going to really help them down the road.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge out on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, we know Russell Westbrook is a fearsome competitor, but he says you never know how long you'll be able to run like this or jump like this, so I go for it every time. I may look angry, but it's the only way I know. Yes, you look angry. Kevin?
Yeah, he's special, D.A., absolutely. Thanks. Well, we're about halfway through the season outdoors. It's no longer new. The playoffs are still a ways away. Seems like a time when players can start to lose focus.
No doubt, Kevin. You have that sense that maybe the All-Star break is coming or going, and you still have that fight you've got to get through, the February, March doldrums. But this is why coaches always talk about, let's play in the moment. Let's not worry about the results. What you can do every day, each moment. When you can do those kinds of things and just lock in on small tasks, then you've got a team that can contend.
Good coaches always seem to steer their teams in the right direction at this time of the year. And it's the Kings to start out. Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Inside pairing is Grant and Adams. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Gallinari in at the 3, the small forward. Now here is Gallinari. It's Westbrook with the drive. It's deflected. Count that one. Now, here's Fox. Barnes outside. Inside. It's stolen by Adams. And here's the fast break. Gallinari leading the way. The second effort. Second shot opportunity over Barnes. That's good from Gallinari on the assist by Westbrook. Gallinari's got his first basket of the night.
At his speed, Westbrook somehow still able to scan the floor and find his guys. That's nice.
Here's Bagley. And Adams sends it back. And he's able to get it back. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Schroeder with the ball. Now guarded by Fox to the middle and stolen by Barnes. Healed left side. There's the feed to Fox. It's stolen by Schroeder. Pass to Grant. Goes up and the dunk by Grant.
Well, Jeremy Grant doing what is to his strength, which is get out in transition, give yourself an easy opportunity.
Fox kicks to Holmes. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Here's Westbrook, and finished off by Westbrook.
Russell Westbrook might be the most unique point guard in NBA history. What a great sense for when to fly to the slam.
Now, here's Fox. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Now the pass to Hield. Clock at 6. Poked loose. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. Take a look at the 76ers. They've achieved some upward momentum, climbing to the 5th spot on the board.
And right now, the Thunder, they've had a solid season. A tick below some of the elite teams in our league, but you love the fire and spirit they've shown here thus far. And that ends the frustration. They've been ice cold to start this one.
Well, hopefully that gets their juices flowing, right? Once that first shot falls, it's typically a big relief.
Now, here's Schroeder. Turned in an outstanding game against Chicago. Drops in the tray. Grant's got his second bucket tonight.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Kings trail by 9. Fox kicks to Hield. Bagley with the ball. Adams on him. Bagley, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. High post shot. Fox, no good.
Boy, they wanted to hit the ground running today, but it hasn't happened. Just 1 for 5 from the field.
Barnes looking around. And there's the foul. That's on Steven Adams. That's his first foul. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Robertson, he's checked in for Gallinari. Oklahoma City on D. A pass to Fox. Barnes outside. Just 5 on the clock. High post shot. The rebound by Grant. And here are the Thunder now. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. Well, when people talk about Harrison Barnes, Doris, everyone will tell you he's one of the most poised and thoughtful players in the league.
I think some of that was on display during his tenure with the Golden State Warriors. And with this present organization, they basically said, we need you to be a more vocal leader. And he's accepted that challenge.
Andre Robertson played power forward, Doris, at Colorado. He has slid all the way down to shooting guard in the NBA.
Well, I like that you used the word guarding, because that is why Andre Robertson is in the NBA. He is an elite defensive player. He can guard across multiple positions. And you think about who he's matching up with on a night-by-night basis. Whether it's 1s, 2s, or 3s, this is one of the more disruptive defenders we have ever seen.
He's off on the first.
Well, an elite perimeter defender, Andre Robertson uses that impressive length to bother players. What a solid role player this guy has become.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Noel's checked in. That one is no good. And 6'7" swingman Andre Robertson out of the University of Colorado, one of the league's premier defensive specialists.
And Kevin, there's a reason he started for most of his career, and it has nothing to do with his shooting. Now returning from that ruptured patella tendon, will he regain that elite defensive form? Only time will tell.
Timeout is called, first of the game for Sacramento.
Yeah, it looked like they tried to shoot their way out of the slump, and that didn't work. They got to go back and regroup.
Yeah, maybe a new approach, because what they're doing is not working. You're going to have to alter some things on the offensive end.
Bogdan Bogdanovic, he's checked in for Sacramento.
And how about the numbers here for Fox? He's getting around 16 points a game, 8 assists, and 2 rebounds. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
There's no doubt about that. Great anticipation, excellent peripheral vision. His talents are really shining through.
Bagley with the bucket.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Bogdanovich against Westbrook. Nobody near Schroeder. Off target from three-point range. The Kings trail by 9. And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. He feeds it to Bagley. And Adams sends it back.
And the defense of Steven Adams is so important to this team. They depend on him to be a rim protector now.
Robertson can't hit.
Well, he did everything right till he got to the rim. He needs to finish that.
Fox against Schroeder. Up top, Fox. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
Not the kind of strong finish it should have been. Something threw him off.
Schroeder surveying the floor. Kicks it to Noel. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Here's Fox. Outside, Bogdanovich. Dedmon in the corner. A three-pointer is right on target.
And that's how you answer back.
Well, you can tell that was a little give good and get good. Executed well on the offensive end, connects on the deep threat.
Now here's Schroeder, and he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Westbrook against Bogdanovich. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Bagley. Here's Fox. Finished off the break. Fox has got his first points of the game.
And you have to have respect for his speed in transition. Fox is a high-octane player who explodes in the open floor.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
I think, Greg, you can't expect to win with that kind of effort. The defense was nowhere to be found, and it cost them all night long.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Kufis checked in for Bagley. Bielitsa comes in for Dwayne Dedmon, and Trevor Ariza has subbed in for Barnes. Then for the Thunder, Alec Burks checked in for Steven Adams. Felton comes in for Russell Westbrook. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. Now, here's Fox. At the elbow, it's Kufis. Over Noel. That's short off the rim. Oklahoma City leading by 7. And here's Felton from the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Fox with it. Outside, Bogdanovich. Shoots from the high post. And it's Noel with the rebound.
Now kicking himself on that one. That is the shot he wanted.
Well, that's usually money in the bank for that guy. Not sure how he missed that one.
Now, here's Burks. He had 13 points in the win against Chicago. And now the fast break. Fox with the ball. Right side, Bogdanovich. Over Felton. Again, the miss by the Kings. And it's Felton with the ball for Oklahoma City. It's a 10-point game. Passes it to Robertson. Fires the three. Sacramento grabs the miss. There's a victory here for the home team last time these guys met.
And they got the better of this matchup last time with their defensive pressure and the ability to force turnovers.
Yeah, I thought the giveaways were a tremendous factor. They were taking some chances on D, jumping in the passing lanes, that sort of thing, and it really paid off for them.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Sacramento making their last shot, and it's Bielitsa with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, really good awareness by the scorer. You're seeing an opening in the defense and exploiting it beautifully.
And here are the Kings now, following the score by Oklahoma City. 6 to shoot. Shot from 12. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
In the corner, it's Felton. Over Bogdanovich. Felton can't get it to go.
Well, yeah, I mean, you want to give your offense a chance, and that possession didn't do it.
Not at all, Greg. I mean, no reason for him to be taking these kinds of shots. He has only himself to blame.
And the Kings making a change here. Holmes checked in. Gallinari, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. And Doris, to try and improve the flow of the games, teams now have fewer timeouts. Players have to be faster about retaking the court after stoppages. I'm assuming you're like me, all good things, right?
I agree, Kevin, and I think what people don't know is the impetus from this actually came from the coaches themselves. Rick Carlisle said, listen, we need to pick up the pace of play because we'd like our games to fit in a certain time frame. And listen, when you've got the leadership at the top in Adam Silver, who always makes clear that game flow is one of his focuses and that this is an entertainment medium and let's please our fans, you're going to make the right choices.
Now here's Ariza. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Pass to Holmes. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Really nice job inside that time. The defense unable to react quick enough to stop him. Boy, he is fast.
Felton against Ariza. There's the pass to Gallinari. Lays it up and banks it in. Gallinari's got his second bucket of the night.
A physical basketball there, and in the best sense. A hard screen allows him to shake the defender and get to the bucket for the layup.
Now, here's Koufos. He's covered by Noel. Lays it up and banks it in.
I'll tell you, somebody on the defensive end has got to step in and try to get a body on him there.
Ariza against Felton. The 3-ball doesn't go for him. So the Kings will take it the other way. Launches a 3. Bogdanovich, no luck. Oklahoma City leading by 8. And Gallinari kicks to Felton. Ariza with the rebound.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Well, if he wasn't there, that shot's going in. Love the effort on the defensive end.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. 14 points from him the last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis. It's good from the top of the key. Bogdanovich has got his second basket. Oklahoma City has gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Ariza kicks to Bielitsa. Back to Ariza. Just 5 on the clock. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. Bielitsa misses. Burks looking around. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander, and he uses the glass on the layup. And now a 10-point Oklahoma City lead.
Man, hard to believe. Already they're staring at a double-digit lead, and we've just gotten started.
Boy, they have come out strong. They've controlled the pace, asserted their will. Wow.
Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Oklahoma City out in front, leading by 10. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. Russell Westbrook has surly disposition on the court, but he talks about the power of positivity with his teammates.
Go out there. years, I've been trying to find ways to be a better leader. Leadership was a huge thing, and I felt the way I reacted to certain plays and my facial expressions and my demeanor can change a lot for a teammate.
Well, you can't win it alone.
And for superstar players like Westbrook, individual greatness isn't enough. It's about elevating the team around them.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And when you consider how the Thunder are doing, guys, what do you think?
Just playing suffocating defense. That's been the difference here for them.
Well, the commitment is evident, and they are simply phenomenal at their aggression on the defensive end right now.
So for Oklahoma City right now, inside pairing is Grant and Adams. Alec Burks is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Gallinari in at small forward. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for the Kings. Harrison Barnes comes in for Bielitsa. And Adams sends it back. Outside Westbrook. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
I like when a coach says stay in front of Westbrook. Good luck with that. He blasts to the cup. You know, guys, what's so interesting to me about Alec Burks now that he's a veteran in this league, he's never been a starter for a long extended stretch, but he's always been in the rotation. For me, the next step for this guy is just being more consistent.
Bagley, he's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Alec Burks. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. It's stolen by Adams.
Moving the ball is certainly important, but forcing passes like that is simply bad basketball. Well, outstanding contest on the shot, and then he's positioned perfectly to go after the rebound.
Well, for Burks last season, Doris, able to play more after being sidelined with injuries in the past.
Well, you think about those injuries really are the only thing that stepped between him and having a larger role, because this guy has a terrific shot from deep, and in the NBA, that's always a valued commodity.
Sacramento shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. It's Ariza on the wing. He's guarded by Schroeder. 5 on the clock. Here's Barnes, and it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Barnes has got it back down to single digits for Sacramento. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, the Kings signed some quality vets last season, but when the losses piled up, they decided to go young. Now, the focus is on development. The veterans still have a role providing steadying presence on the court and in the locker room. Kevin?
David, it certainly is a balancing act. Thanks for that report.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
Feeds it to Adams. And he converts the layup. Adams has got his first basket of the night.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. And a chance to now check out the scoring distribution between the front court and the back court players tonight for the Thunder.
And their guards have been the difference makers. This lead wouldn't be nearly as big as it is if it wasn't for that backcourt. Those guys have been running wild.
Schroeder against Ariza. Healed outside. Connects from three-point range.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Westbrook against Hield. Now Westbrook. He had a 39-point outing in their last game against Chicago.
And we got to talk about his 4 steals on the night. That's a complete performance at both ends of the floor.
Well, he's got to be a defensive stalwart, and Jeremy Grant using his size to send it back.
Another shot. Hield. Tries yet again. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Kings shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor, something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis. You know, when Marvin Bagley entered the league, there were some questions as to which position would he play, but the versatility he brings is special. He can guard a number of positions, score inside and out, and he is a tremendous rebounder.
And one thing you can't question about Bagley, Greg, his intensity level.
As competitive as they come, he's ferocious around the rim. Oftentimes, he looks like he wants it more than anybody else on the floor.
Fox passes to Hield. It's stolen by Schroeder. Sacramento grabs the miss. Dedmon's got 4 rebounds now tonight. On the wing, Hield. He's covered by Westbrook. Fox against Schroeder. From about 16, it's good, and the Thunder lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Fox.
And how about the mid-range shooting of Fox? Definitely capable of sinking those shots with consistency.
Back to Schroeder. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 3rd assist on the night. The Kings have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Fox with it, now defended by Adams. And here's Bagley. He has 5. Barnes kicks to Bagley. 4 on the shot clock. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Here's Schroeder. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. And it's an 11-point Thunder lead. Now a timeout called by Sacramento, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
And it's a tough game to lose. I mean, they actually put up a pretty solid effort, I thought. But when you're battling for a road win, even when you play hard, nothing's guaranteed.
Interesting that they looked confident going in, but as the game wore on, I thought the crowd affected their performance down the stretch.
A moment here to check out some of the stats for Hield. He's putting up about 17 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And this is the kind of strong, steady play you like to see. He's earning his keep and helping them win games.
I think they need more consistency from him, and they're getting it. Look for this to continue. I love it.
Second chance shot. It's stolen by Adams. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Here's Robertson. Again, Oklahoma City.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Fox kicks to Hield.
And being over the limit this early really can affect your aggressiveness defensively. They have got to play under control.
Greg, as we know, Buddy Hield, a Wooden Award winner at Oklahoma.
I mean, he grew from nothing, his words, in the Bahamas. And his first hoop, a crate he nailed to some plywood. Couldn't even afford the nails. Had to find those. So from there to here, what an incredible journey.
Free throw drops for Hield.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Both shots good from the stripe. Of course, I'm sure you look at these players, evaluate who could make a possible head coach out of the group I'm watching right now. And I'm sure there are a couple players that come to mind for you.
Well, I think when you just talk basketball intellect, one of the first guys that comes to mind is Rajon Rondo. I mean, his insatiable appetite to watch film, to have complete understanding not only of the sets of his own team, but Rajon Rondo, when he's on the defensive end of the floor, as soon as a play is called, he will repeat it and basically tell the teammates, hey, look for this action here. So Rajon Rondo comes to mind. Someone like Andre Iguodala, who also is someone Steve Kerr has referred to as maybe the smartest player he's ever been around. Now, so much more to coaching than just basketball intellect. You've got to be willing to deal with the egos and things. And do these players want to do that? Who knows?
Sacramento making a switch here. Bogdanovich is checked in. And that one misses.
And Steven Adams came into this league at 19, already a physical specimen, and has only gotten stronger. Just a bruising presence down low.
Well, it's been an up and down quarter for him on the offensive end, mostly down though.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Fox passes to Bogdanovich. He kicks to Heel. Knocks down the three ball. Heald's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Kings. And plenty of bumping and elbowing inside as ever. Steven Adams strong enough, though, to come out on top of that battle.
Yeah, not shy at all about contact. Grew up the youngest of 18 children. He had to hit above his weight for over a decade. Now he's got the upper hand. And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
Bielitsa, who's checked in for the Kings. Nerlens Noel checks in for the Thunder. Felton comes in for Dennis Schroeder. The feed now to Westbrook. Barnes right side. And he overshot that one, missing.
No question he's having a bad quarter, so somebody else needs to take charge of the scoring if they're going to cut into this deficit.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
The Kings trail by 14. Now, here's Fox. Poked away. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Here's Robertson, and the dunk by Robertson.
Tremendously fast hands of Andre Robertson, adept at reading where the ball is going and jumping the lane.
Fox kicks to Barnes. Outside, Bogdanovich. Here's Bielitsa. He's covered by Noel. Clock at 6. Fox passes to Bielitsa. Good, and a nice assist from Fox.
Well, he's got wonderful touch from deep, right? And with his size, a defender has a hard time even bothering him on the perimeter.
Outside Westbrook. Here's Noel. No points in the game yet for him. Westbrook finds Noel. Misses from short range. Sacramento's gotten it going from downtown in the second quarter. They're 3 of 3 on three-pointers. Back to Fox. Bogdanovich against Westbrook. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from Bielitsa.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Westbrook with it. Now guarded by Bogdanovich. And up the court come the Kings on the break. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Yeah, getting theirs before the defense can set up.
Boy, just a step quicker than the defense, really. Catching them off guard and capitalizing well.
Westbrook kicks to Felton. Back to Westbrook. And he can't stop the run as he misses. Dishes to Adams. Back to Westbrook. With the teardrop. Felton the pass to Adams. Can't cash in from close range. The Kings trail by 9. Here's Bogdanovich. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. They get Russell Westbrook. And Bogdan Bogdanovich, Greg, a highly decorated player internationally. Multiple silver medals with the Serbian national team, a EuroLeague champion back in 2017.
Yeah, I mean, he's a talented player, very skilled, and at 6'6" can play either guard spot. Great shooter. I think he's one to watch.
Free throw good, Bogdanovich. Kufis checked in for the Kings. Rashawn Holmes comes in for Harrison Barnes. Then for the Thunder, Gallinari, he's checked in for Steven Adams. Alec Burks comes in for Andre Robertson. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Both shots good from the stripe. The Thunder with a battering ram offensive style of play, Doris.
I like that description, Kevin, because Westbrook is attacking the rim with great ferocity. They have excellent rebounders. Should he miss an opportunity, they get a ton of free throws. This is a team that puts a lot of pressure on your interior defense.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
For Oklahoma City, they have come up empty at the line so far in 3 attempts.
And 72% on the year, I'm sure they'd like to improve that category.
That free throw good from Gallinari. Hits them both.
Boy, his free throw shooting has been on the mark tonight. Nothing new there, right?
The Kings trail by 9. Fox with it. Kicks it to Koufos. Taken away by Felton. Here's Burks, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Listen, if you're open, Felton will find you. He has just such a great feel for the game.
De'Aaron Fox, another hyper-athletic point guard out of Kentucky. Great size at 6'4". He can impact the game at both ends.
Free throw good, Fox. And De'Aaron Fox made his mark at Kentucky with his terrific on-ball defense. He puts a lot of pressure on you.
Yeah, I mean, he picks up 94 feet, and that's really how you set the bar for your team, with how hard you compete at the defensive end.
Gilgeous-Alexander scored the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
Exactly the kind of ball movement they're looking for.
Bogdanovich dishes to Fox. Here's the floater, and it's good on the way in. Fox has got 5 points in the quarter.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Felton deciding where to go with it. Pass to Burks. 6 on the shot clock. Gallinari outside. Buries it from 3-point range. Gallinari's got 9.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep. And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for Bielitsa. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Patterson's checked in. Fox hits them both.
He does a great job of drawing contact and getting himself to the line, something he didn't do in the first period.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, guarded by Fox. Gallinari finds Burks. Now Patterson. Good D by Ariza.
That's simply not aggressive enough. Needs to show grit and determination, and didn't on that one.
Pass to Fox. And Holmes now top of the key. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. A 3-pointer off the mark. The Thunder leading by 11. Here's Burks. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
There's a self-assurance about Alec Burks. He has no problem pulling up when the defense gives him space.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Fox kicks to Bogdanovich. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
Boy, that's a tough miss. Does well to get himself open and then botches it up.
And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Joined here by Coach Dave Yeager. Coach, what's the takeaway from the first half, and what changes are needed?
Well, they just lined up and kicked our tails straight up one-on-one in transition. We gotta own up. We gotta keep the basketball in front of us. So shots are gonna fall. We need to make some buckets. That'll help set our defense a little bit.
Coach, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Good to have you back. Ernie Johnson with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. It was all Russell Westbrook in the first quarter. He had 11 points, 2 steals, and 5 rebounds. Shaq, your thoughts on the Thunder?
You got to like their offense efficiency. They were patient, took good shots. That was reflected in their high field goal percentage. They just need to keep playing smart in the second half and close this thing out. Don't get cute now.
And over to Kenny now. Your take on the Kings.
Well, they shot under 40% in the first half. There's your deficit. They missed some open looks, wide open. But overall, I thought the offense was stagnant. Look for their coach to draw up some specific plays to try to jumpstart them in the second half.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
A lot of action around, as always, the Capitol building tonight. We are in Sacramento, and we continue here on 2K Sports. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
And through the first 2 periods, it seemed he got to the paint whenever he wanted to, just a slasher's mentality.
You know, my favorite thing, Greg, I think he showed no fear in attacking the defense. He got on the interior with ease.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Oklahoma City leading by 13. Fox is at the point with Hield next to him at the 2. Harrison Barnes is out there with Holmes, and it's Bagley in at the 5 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Sacramento's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Hield against Westbrook. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Chance now to check out the NBA's most efficient scorers. In the 3rd spot, Steven Adams.
And just so reliable offensively. It's one thing to find good looks, but you've got to finish when you get them, and he does at a fantastic rate.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Hield. He's perfect from the line this time. The Thunder leading by 11. Now Westbrook. Double team on Westbrook. Here's Schroeder. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, Dennis Schroeder showed he can handle high usage in an offense. Was the first option for the Hawks this past season. Even with defenses keyed in on him, he was able to average right around 20 points.
And the first one drops. And with Schroeder, he said he learned how to deal with all that extra defensive attention.
And being able to stay productive when dealing with the best opposing defender goes a long way in the NBA. Schroeder also managed to cut down on his turnovers while taking on more of a playmaker role. Strong year for him offensively, and I wouldn't be surprised if he continues to grow as a player.
And he makes both free throws. And Greg, certainly the knock on Dennis Schroeder is play on the defensive end.
Nobody questions how effective he is on offense. I just think he has a tendency to take a few too many plays off and too many chances on defense. If he wants to be viewed as a top point guard in this league, he'll need to show some consistency on the defensive end.
For three, Westbrook. They get it back. Adams. The kick out to Westbrook. Nailed from three-point land. Westbrook's got 14 points.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
There's the pass to Fox. Shoots over Grant. Fox, no good. The Thunder leading by 14. Pass to Gallinari. Great pass to set up the lay-in. 11 points in the game.
I love this approach. Despite the lead, still attacking, adding fuel to the fire.
They are absolutely relentless right now, Greg. There's no end in sight. They are going for it.
Hield kicks to Barnes. Lots of room. Goes back up. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And how about the persistence on the backboard? Love how hard Bagley works on the offensive glass. Wants to outwork everybody.
This will be his third free throw shot of the game.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
That's good from Bagley.
And the game Bagley has reminds me a little bit of Chris Bosh, a sweet lefty who plays with force and passion.
Fox against Schroeder. He kicks it to Gallinari. In the corner, it's Westbrook. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Adams' shot is good.
This is Steven Adams at his absolute best. This guy is a high percentage shooter because he understands how to use his frame.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. And Russell Westbrook. He is a standard bearer for the Jordan brand with his own signature shoe, Greg. Few players have ever been as competitive as Michael Jordan, but you think Westbrook may be in that conversation?
No doubt about it. The similarities don't end there. The surreal athleticism, the will to dominate, and that fight, finding grudges to motivate them to their highest level. I think there's a kinship in how MJ and Russ approach the game.
And that one's good, Barnes.
This is something we've seen from Harrison Barnes since his collegiate days at North Carolina, the capacity to light it up from mid-range.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Sacramento. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. Right now they've compiled the third best record in the conference. And of course the Sacramento Kings. They're at the bottom of the conference.
And I think for Sacramento, there were fears they'd be one of the NBA's doormats this season. Those fears have turned out to be well-founded.
Yeah, the people who said they hadn't done enough in the offseason to improve this team were exactly right. They never put the foundation of winning in place.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Schroeder outside. Shot clock at 5. Cloak loose. From beyond the arc, a three-pointer is right on target. Schroeder's got 5 points in the quarter.
And how does he get that one to go? No idea.
Hield against Westbrook. Hield kicks to Barnes. Over Gallinari. It's rebounded by Schroeder.
Boy, he hasn't given them much of anything tonight. He's got to look for his own shot a little less and keep the ball moving.
Here's Hield. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Hield's got 12 in the game.
Oh, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
Westbrook kicks to Grant. From outside the arc, it's not going to go for him. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game, and that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
I'll tell you, Steven Adams is a load on the block. That frame makes him an impossible check. Well, you think to Steven Adams, and coming out of New Zealand, playing about 1 year at the University of Pittsburgh, now in his 5th season as a starter for the Thunder. And what a pivotal guy he's become for this franchise.
And he can't get the first one. And Steven Adams drafted by OKC with the 12th pick in 2013. That draft pick, a centerpiece of the James Harden trade.
And that trade will go down as one of the great conversation pieces of all time, whether or not you should have moved James Harden. But the reality is, where Adams is concerned, they got a two-way big man with incredible athleticism, unbelievable physical strength, and an evolving offensive game. So this is one piece of the trade that you have made great use of.
The Kings trail by 17. And here is Fox. 11 points in the game. Kicks to Hield. Misses the 3. Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. For Sacramento, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the 3rd quarter. 4 of 8. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, the athletic Jeremy Grant, so good at initiating contact, he gets the defense to react to his aggressiveness.
Doris, I'm looking at Jeremy Grant, a 2nd-round pick back in 2014 out of Syracuse. The Grant family has produced a number of NBA players. What do you think caused him to slip to the 2nd round?
Well, Jeremy Grant was definitely a young man drafted on potential. Here we have a great athlete whose game is still sort of rounding its way out. He has gotten on the floor in the NBA because of his defense, his ability to run in transition, and I think on the offensive end, there are a number of areas he can improve on. He can become a knockdown mid-range shooter. He can get 8 to 10 points in transition or offensive rebounds. There's a lot to like here, Kevin.
And Jeremy Grant, great genes for the game, Greg. Father was Harvey, uncle was Horace, both NBA players and stars. His brother Jerian also in the association.
Yeah, and Jeremy might be the best athletically of them all. I mean, 6'8" with that 7'3" wingspan, great bounce. If he can develop his skill to match, he'll have a long and prosperous NBA career.
Well, I like how Jeremy Grant continues to work on his game. The jumper is coming along, and he remains an exceptional defensive player.
And the dunk by Grant.
Well, Jeremy Grant is becoming adept at how to finish the alley-oop. Devastates the defense with a terrific look.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hopper Havoc. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And there's the call on Felton. That's his first foul. Sacramento making a switch here. Ariza's checked in. Then for the Thunder, Alec Burks checked in for Westbrook. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Raymond Felton. The Kings trail by 21. Hield outside. And Ariza with the stuff.
A rangy 6'8", Ariza finishing with force.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 8. Passes it to Robertson. Burks on the wing. Lets it go from deep. Good D by Ariza.
Nice timing to get up on that shot.
Boy, you can't ask for better defense, Greg. Excellent work getting right into the grill of the shooter. The defense lost him there, and he should have made him pay.
Oklahoma City leading by 19 points. Burks, good on the baseline J. Burks has got his third basket of the night.
Burks takes no time getting that shot up, ready on the catch.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
That one goes. Count it.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
Well, typically speaking, transition points are high percentage looks. Get out and go, that's their philosophy.
Now, here's Fox. He's tightly guarded. Clock at 6. It's Ariza on the wing. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Ariza's got 5.
And three-pointers constituting the majority of Ariza's shot attempts in recent years. He won't hesitate.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
And a quick look at the numbers for Steven Adams. 3rd in field goal percentage, 9th in blocks, and he's among the top 15 in rebounding. Just a powerful presence in the paint.
And it's a strong accomplishment. 3rd best in field goal percentage. He just refuses to take bad shots. That's why his coaches love him. The first free throw is good. Sacramento making some changes. Kufis checked in for Dwayne Dedman. Bogdan Bogdanovic comes in for Hield. And Yogi Ferrell subbed in for Fox. Nerlens Noel checks in for the Thunder. Good on both. Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Down low. Whoops, they pick off the pass. And now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, the fast break chance. Robertson the pass to Burks. And stolen by Kufis. Farrell kicks to Ariza. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
Well, everything starts with a great pass, right? That's really pretty.
And here's Farrell. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Outside, Bogdanovic. Drains it from beyond the arc. Bogdanovic has got 11.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 12. And they pick up 2. And that's now 9 points for Steven Adams.
When you think about Billy Donovan, to me, he's a guy who values trust and building relationships with players. This guy is not a dictator. He wants to help players grow and develop, and that helps you win.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Sacramento's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. To the inside, Farrell. Ariza trying to break loose. Tries again. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
What a phenomenal quarter from the field. A great shooting percentage, excellent shots. This is really well done.
And for Coach Billy Donovan, the process of developing NBA players' doors has to be different than it was in college.
Oh, no doubt. At the pro level, many guys are making more money than you are. A lot of them have families. They've already grown into themselves. But to me, he still emphasizes the fact that great relationships with your players is important.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Bielitsa. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Yogi Ferrell. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Mike Muscala is checked in for Steven Adams. Burks against Bogdanovic. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. While we have the chance, we like to reveal the list of the past month's best fast break teams in the NBA. 5th on the list, the Thunder.
Now, they've been playing an exciting brand of basketball during that time. I mean, taking every chance to get out in the open floor.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
De'Aaron Fox is checked in for Joseph. And a switcher also for Oklahoma City. Diallo's checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 12. Pass to Burks. Here's Diallo. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Oklahoma City moving it around. Here's Robertson. Just 5 to shoot. And the shot goes in. Robertson's got 10.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Burks with the steal. Oh, and here comes Gilgeous-Alexander all alone. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Ariza has the open look. That one off the back iron and out. The Thunder leading by 23. Down low, Diallo, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Holmes. Inside. And it's Kufas missing. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
Ariza outside. Floats one. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 4 assists now tonight.
Boy, the score would look a lot different if his teammates could have had the kind of night he's had.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, guarded by Fox. To the inside, shot clock at 6, and Noel throws it down.
And that's an example of his athleticism, right? Nerlens Noel, the ability to leap up and ram it home.
Fox kicks to Holmes. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Goes up the baseline. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Shot good by Diallo.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Now, here's Fox. Tight defense on him. Holmes kicks to Fox. Shoots over Burks. Fox, no good.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Thunder have gone 9 of 13 from the line.
Two.
And he knocks down the first one. He hits both from the stripe. And it's Joseph with the ball. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. The kick out to Barnes. Good on the triple. Barnes has got 5 points now in the quarter.
With that deep stroke, I like Barnes' ability to switch between the 3 and 4 spots. 2 distinct things in terms of spacing on the floor and the requirements of the jobs.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder, having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. We come back right after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the fourth quarter. We've got Mike Muscala. Felton is out there with Dennis Schroeder. And there's Nerlens Noel. And it's Patterson in at the 3 slot. Here's Bagley. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Bagley's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Sacramento. Schroeder against Joseph. Schroeder kicks to Felton. Back to Schroeder. Joseph with the rebound.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Barnes passes to Farrell. Joseph with the ball. And here's Barnes for 3. Rebound by Raymond Felton.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And they'll keep possession. And now the Kings fast break. Barnes got the ball, and it's Barnes slamming it down.
Well, he's never been known as a tremendous ball handler, but Barnes using the dribble to get separation that time.
And it's Schroeder in the corner. Now here's Noel. Defense right on him. Felton can't get it to go.
I'll tell you, they've had to look elsewhere for their scoring, and they've gotten it. This guy has had very little impact on the game offensively.
Diallo, he's checked in for Noel. The Kings have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And stolen by Felton. And oh, here we go. Felton's got it, the fast break chance.
Well, listen, Felton, an outstanding ball handler. He sees the floor well, zips a pass to his guys.
And it's the Kings with the ball. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. And stolen by Felton. To the paint, here's Muscala. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Fantastic anticipation. Then he shows major explosiveness converting at the other end.
Farrell gets the bucket.
And this is the main strength of Yogi Ferrell's game, capable of burying threes in bunches.
Oklahoma City dictating the flow. Out to the right wing. Here's Diallo, covered by Barnes. Inside. Nice shot by Felton.
Now, Felton not afraid of the paint. Let's make no mistake. Attacks relentlessly and scoring because he's fearless.
And Joseph kicks to Farrell. Well, the league taking steps towards to reform the draft lottery, flattening out the odds, doing a variety of things just to analyze the way it works, the mechanics. Do you think the change will be enough?
Well, again, I think this goes back to the leadership at the top of the NBA, and the right man is in charge in Adam Silver. And as is typical to Adam Silver, everything happens with a very measured approach in terms of reform. You do a little bit, and then you evaluate. But I think Adam has made it clear that the change they made to the draft lottery was nothing more than a first step. Now, where do we go from here? That remains to be seen.
I mean, he's a real wrecking ball inside. Once Bagley has solid position, you almost have to foul.
2 shots.
That's good from Bagley. Bielitsa, he's checked in for Sacramento. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Westbrook's checked in. And so he makes both from the line. The Thunder have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. To the wing right side. Felton kicks to Diallo. To the inside. Muscala gets the bucket. Muscala's got 4 points now in the quarter. Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And the pass to Bagley. It's stolen by Muscala. Here's Diallo. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for Sacramento. On Friday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies. Then on Sunday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And for that matchup with the Clippers, they won't have much room for error in that one. A team like this will punish mistakes, but I could see them walking away with this one.
That free throw good from Diallo. When it comes to building confidence, Doris, some people say playing one-on-ones in practice is a huge help. Is that something that you did when you were playing at Providence?
Kevin, I believe this could be the single greatest development tool for any individual player. If you start at the free throw line and play one-on-one against a player who's maybe slightly above your level or certainly at your level, and you limit that one-on-one from the free throw line to 2 dribbles or less, your skill set, I promise you, is going to develop. The other thing I would encourage young players to do is play 3-on-3, because it forces you to move and to cut and to screen, and how to do those things properly if you're going to be effective. I love 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3. It always helps you when you go back to the 5-on-5.
That's such great advice. Westbrook feeling it out a bit. Patterson passes to Diallo. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Diallo's got 10 points in just the second half. And here's Farrell. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Here's Giles. Patterson defending. Now here's Joseph. That's tipped. Clock at 6. And he banks in the layup.
You just need to have a high level of basketball IQ in the pick and roll. Corey Joseph, step to the mic, sir.
Now here's Felton. D right on him. To the inside. Muscala. That's good, and so Felton has the assist there. Felton has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Kings have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Pass to Joseph. Doris, this term +6 coming into the lexicon describes a player whose wingspan exceeds his height by at least 6 inches. I know you've heard that before.
Yeah, well, we can think of several players who fit this description of the +6. Electric young players like Donovan Mitchell, Kawhi Leonard, the Claw. The Claw extends to his wingspan as well. And then Draymond Green, who in the fourth quarter defensively can seem like a player who's everywhere at every moment.
Dedmon kicks to Farrell. From past the arc. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Patterson's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
I'll tell you, unless someone gets a hand to it, it's hard to miss the mark from that close range.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Joseph. No good. Shot missing. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. It's Bielitsa. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Well, in that individual matchup, the rim is totally unprotected. He's just got too much size on him.
Nemanja Bjelica, the 2015 EuroLeague MVP, a product of Belgrade, Serbia.
You know, not many people know he grew up in the rough housing complexes known as the blocks in his native country. Similar to New York City in that there's plenty of competition on the basketball courts in that area. And he believes that helped to prepare him for the NBA challenge. And the league last season, Doris, looking to tighten up on the traveling calls.
You think that's a move in a positive direction, and it's had a good effect?
Well, Kevin, I'm sure you agree with this. We want to see if there's a traveling violation, it should be called.
Yes.
We have given the offensive players enough advantages, and by that I mean we've made it less physical on the perimeter. You know, we've allowed for freedom of movement, and so I think anytime you learn from a kid, listen, if you pick up that pivot foot, it's a travel. In the past, I thought a lot were missed. What's your take on it, Kev?
I like what you said, and even more for the younger kids who are learning the game, they got to play the right way. It's got to be called.
That's right.
To the middle. Farrell for three. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got 7 rebounds in the game.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And here's Felton from the arc. Sinks the three-pointer. Felton has got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, Felton definitely likes getting open from beyond the arc. A solid perimeter scorer.
Farrell passes to Kufis. Down low. And there's Ariza. That's good on the assist by Kufis. 11 points for Trevor Ariza.
You know, you have to like that he's still getting quality touches and delivering now after getting blanked in the first half.
Outside Felton. Here's Adams. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Farrell kicks to Dedman. Farrell looking around. Players going to great lengths to improve their performance and extending their prime years. We're seeing it all over the league. Dorsett amazes me.
I heard a number of LeBron James spending 7 figures a year.
Wow.
That's a 1 in 6 zeros to take care of his body.
No kidding.
Right, making an investment in your future. Understanding nutrition, to training, to recovery. Listen, you have a limited window, Kevin, to make money with your body if you're a professional athlete. So why you wouldn't want to extend that window as long as possible? You're playing a kid's game for fun, Kevin. Come on, let's lengthen it out if we can.
And the Kings making a change here. Joseph's checked in. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for Burks. Oklahoma City on D. To the inside. Now, here's Kufis. Adams defending. 6 to shoot. Back to Kufis. It's stolen by Adams. Lots of room. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Ariza outside. Joseph, that's good.
Now, Corey Joseph does not lack for confidence on the interior. Don't let the size fool you. The frame, the game, it's all there.
Outside Felton. He kicks it to Adams. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Bucket is good.
Amazing how he gets this one to go. Size doesn't matter.
What fearlessness, right? He likes to go at taller defenders, and he shows he has what it takes to get it done.
Dedman dishes to Joseph. Sacramento moving it around. Out to the right wing. Bielitsa. And it's off from 3-point range. And so it's Felton who will bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Here's Muscala. From outside, off the mark.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall. And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Oklahoma City.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And they will walk out of here feeling really good about themselves today, guys. A big win over a conference foe they'd split their previous 2 games with.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance. It was a big-time outing for Steven Adams.
Boy, you couldn't help but notice how well this guy protected the rim. There was an intimidation factor thanks to his defense. No easy shots in his neighborhood tonight.
Gallinari, he's checked in for the Thunder. He hits the second from the line. You know, Doris, wherever Corey Joseph has gone, he has always found himself a role.
Well, Kevin, I think it helps that he does not have a big weakness to his game, and Corey Joseph has proven he can knock down open shots, and he does everything at a very solid level.
Ariza against Felton. Here's Dedman. That one's not going to go. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. Felton finds Gallinari. Back to Felton. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
I'll tell you, when you're the visiting team, it can be hard to maintain focus, but not tonight.
No, I think that they've been locked in during this game. They didn't let the opposing crowd get to them at all. This has been pure domination.
Inside, it's stolen by Adams. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and there's another one for the Thunder.
And this is how you close out a game, not taking any chances.
Well, you can't have any room for error late in a game like this, so they put the finishing touches in style. I love how they closed.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Danilo, transition, big for your team. I assume that was a big focus tonight.
Yes, we want to run, and that's what we have to do every time. So that's what we did, and we played a great game.
Gallo, thanks very much. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time